John. Yochanan, chapter 5. After this there was a Judean festival, and Yeshua went up to Jerusalem. And Jerusalem by the sheep gate is a pool called in Aramaic Beit Sada, surrounded by 5 porches, in which lay a crowd of invalids, blind, lame, crippled. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. Yeshua, seeing this man and knowing he had been there a long time, said to him, "Do you want to be healed?" The sick man answered, "I have no one to put me in the pool when the water is disturbed, and while I'm trying to get there, someone goes in ahead of me." Yeshua said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." Immediately the man was healed, and he picked up his mat and walked. Now that day was Shabbat, so the Judeans said to the man who had been healed, "It's Shabbat. It's against Torah for you to carry your mat." But he answered them, "The man who healed me, he's the one who told me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" They asked him, "Who is the man who told you to pick it up and walk?" But the man who had been healed didn't know who it was, because Yeshua had slipped away into the crowd. Afterwards, Yeshua found him in the temple court and said to him, "See, you are well. Now stop sinning, or something worse may happen to you." The man went off and told the Judeans it was Yeshua who had healed him, and on account of this, the Judeans began harassing Yeshua, because he did these things on Shabbat. But he answered them, "My Father has been working until now, and I too am working." This answer made the Judeans all the more intent on killing him. Not only was he breaking Shabbat, but also, by saying that God was his own Father, he was claiming equality with God. Therefore Yeshua said this to them, "Yes, indeed, I tell you that the Son cannot do anything on his own, but only what he sees the Father doing. Whatever the Father does, the Son does too. For the Father loves the Son and shows him everything he does, and he will show him even greater things than these, so that you will be amazed. Just as the Father raises the dead and makes them alive, so too the Son makes anyone alive anyone he wants. The Father does not judge anyone, but has entrusted all judgment to the Son, so that all may honor the Son as they honor the Father. Whoever fails to honor the Son is not honoring the Father who sent him. Yes, indeed, I tell you that whoever hears what I am saying and trusts the one who sent me has eternal life. That is, he will not come up for judgment, but has already crossed over from death to life. Yes, indeed, I tell you that there is coming a time, in fact it's already here, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who listen will come to life. For just as the Father has life in himself, so he has given the Son life to have in himself. Also he has given him authority to execute judgment, because he is the Son of Man. Don't be surprised at this, because the time is coming when all who are in the grave will hear his voice and come out, those who have done good to a resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to a resurrection of judgment. I can't do a thing on my own. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is right, because I don't seek my own desire, but the desire of the one who sent me. If I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is not valid, but there is someone else testifying on my behalf, and I know that the testimony he is making is valid. You have sent to Yochanan, and he has testified to the truth. Not that I collect human testimony, rather, I say these things so that you might be saved. He was a lamp burning and shining, and for a little while you are willing to bask in his light. But I have a testimony that is greater than Yochanan's. For the things the Father has given me to do, the very things I am doing now, testify on my behalf that the Father has sent me. In addition, the Father who sent me has himself testified on my behalf. But you have never heard his voice or seen his shape. Moreover, his word does not stay in you, because you don't trust the one he sent. You keep examining the Tanakh, because you think that in it you have eternal life. Those very scriptures bear witness to me, but you won't come to me in order to have life. I don't collect praise from men, but I do know you people. I know that you have no love for God in you. I have come in my Father's name, and you don't accept me. If someone else comes in his own name, him you will accept. How can you trust? You're busy collecting praise from each other, instead of seeking praise from God only. But don't think that it is I who will be your accuser before the Father. Don't you know who will accuse you? Moshe, the very one you have counted on. For if you really believed Moshe, you would believe me, because it is about me that he wrote. But if you don't believe what he wrote, how are you going to believe what I say? End of John, Yochanan, chapter 5.